Greg, maybe you could just start by telling us what inspired you to go on this trip.
Well, it was probably the quickness of being asked.
Yeah.
We've got an opportunity. My wife wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. And it was one of these things that we both looked at each other and said, it's doable. Just let's just do it. And which was a tremendous place certainly for myself, because that's not something I've ever done in my life. I've never been involved in missions throughout my whole life in churches. It's not been something I've been involved in, and it was just an opportunity, and we seized the moment and decided to do it, and that's what we did.
And did you have any expectations going in, or?
Certainly not as much as you'd think, because to me, where it was sort of short-fused, we didn't know a lot about what we were going to do. We didn't know a lot about where we were going other than what we found online. So the expectation that I had and the call relative to sort of what I felt was my calling to go was to go. And I thought, well, I certainly questioned myself, because you say, well, what would God call me to do? I'm not really a great preacher. I've had no experience in doing singing. It was awful. I mean, that's terrible. So he probably didn't call me to do that. And, you begin to doubt and wonder, what does God have in store for you in this opportunity? So I felt comfortable that I could work and I could, support and encourage folks, in the process. And that's what I felt good at. So that was my expectation leaving, was what my default position is. I'll be able to do something and help some people out.
Now, you've been back a couple of weeks now. As you return to your normal daily routine, how has this experience affected the way that you're thinking about your faith or thinking about the world?
Oh, I think it certainly, you feel changed. You feel open, completely, clear in how you can contribute. A place where I would say, going back to one of the things that sort of touched me in the serving line, as you're serving people, you think you're there specifically for them. There is a pretty high percentage of what I thought, probably 10 to 20% of the folks that you say good morning to, and that's one of the challenges, is you try to say good morning to folks and wish them a good day, or make eye contact and enjoy that second or two that you have with them. And one of the key things is making sure that they're treated with dignity. And you would be surprised how many people, as I say, probably 10%, 20%, actually look you in the eye and say, God bless you for being here. And they really, really feel, blessed that somebody has volunteered their time to come down here and help process the food that they're eating and talk to them. So that was a hugely, sounds small, but that was a huge thing in my heart that was like, wow, that's just unbelievable feeling. I feel great that I've met those 4 or 5 people, 10 or 12 people to have that experience. It's a wonderful experience when you feel somebody or see somebody that's so depressed in such a terrible way that is absolutely thrilled that you're there to help them. It's a tremendously emotional experience. It's cool.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to add or like to say?
Well, I think out of the process, I would say that type of interface was huge. The ability to make that type of or to have my life uplifted by them has been huge. Have I come back with a different attitude? Yes, I'm very inspired right now to ensure, to learn as much as I can and start to understand how we, as a group, I keep using the word church body, how we can continue to be, outward facing towards missions, and how do we find ourselves in that Christian body, in that group, and hopefully we can define that, and I hope we're part of it, and want to be on that bus.